All right. Hello, everybody. This is Nicole Whitlock with eCom Sellers Podcast. I was about to say, I don't know what my name is. I am trying to get used to this tool that we are using today. It's called Melon, and we've transitioned from StreamYard to Melon. I'm not a fan. I'm just going to hashtag facts. I'm not a fan. But we are trying something new. So let me just start the intro again. So my name is Nicole Whitlock, and I am with the eCom Sellers Podcast. Today, my co-host, my, I guess, my pilot, not the pilot, what does he call it? The co-pilot? Co-pilot on this journey. And I will just let her introduce herself.
Kelly, the eCom mom ward.
All right. And this month, y'all, is Kelly's birthday. So if you didn't already say happy birthday to her, make sure you say happy birthday to Kelly because this is her month. So we haven't seen you guys in a while. We haven't seen you in at least 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. So we'll just run the gamut. All right. So if we didn't see you Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day to you guys. If you have someone that just recently graduated, happy graduation to all of those people. School's about to be out for us. I think school's about to be out for Kelly too. So
Yeah, I
we
have my youngest is graduating on Thursday, and after that, no one be left in school. I don't have to worry about schools no more. You know,
Wow. So yeah, so here we are. It's the middle of May and we've missed you guys for a while. We have a lot of news to cover. I think Kelly is frozen or either I'm frozen. Kelly, am I frozen for you?
I'm
no.
sorry, Mama.
No? Okay.
But look.
Okay. Okay. All right, Nicholas.
And Ethan.
I don't know. Let me see. Let me see just a second. My son microwaved a sandwich. Yeah, you can eat it. Go ahead. Yep, you can eat it. Go ahead. Uh, so anyway, y'all, I have a special needs son. We're just gonna say it is what it is. This is live, and he's gonna come in and do what he's gonna do. So, with that being said, I apologize for the interruptions. We are gonna get after the news because there's been a whole bunch of news that's been happening. Just before we get into the news, I just want to say, for me, I've been working in my e-commerce business. I've actually been working with our VAs, trying to get listings going. My son is revamping his Shopify store, so we're working on that. He's trying Arburlo, and so we'll let you know how it goes. We used Dropify for the longest. He seems to like it, so we're gonna see how it goes. So maybe next week I'll show his store, and you can see his store and share it out. In addition to that, I'm trying to think of what else we have going on. Like we're trying to get rid of inventory, just like Kelly's trying to get rid of inventory. I am trying to clear out my storage unit 100%. So I'm on a mission to get it completely cleared out. I wanted to get it cleared out by the end of this month, but I don't think it's going to happen. So by the end of next month, I want my storage unit completely empty so that way all the inventory will be in the house. And then once we get everything set up here at the house, I will show you guys what our storage looks like. If we don't get it done at the end of June, it'll definitely be done by the end of July. And I'll maybe do a walkthrough and show you what the storage looks like. So Kelly, what's been going on in your e-commerce business?
Just well, Amazon decided to send everything basically everything I had at the warehouse back. I think I have 21 items left at the warehouse. So they sent everything back. I got hallway full of boxes I haven't even opened. So I've opened some. Most of it's books because I sell a lot of books. And then, of course, and all their wisdom, and I didn't even ask them to send all this stuff back. They're like, we're going to charge you with it too. So I kind of go on a sourcing hiatus. I did go today because it was for my birthday. I allowed myself to go sourcing. And I did hit a church garage sale that comes once a year, and I have to hit that garage sale once a year. So, but I put myself on a strict budget. But I was also focused on my daughter's graduation, stuff with my karate and everything so I hadn't been listing as much. So my sales are kind of down, even though Macari's been pretty good for me this last couple of weeks, better than eBay. eBay's kind of really gone, for me. So yeah. And then I started listing the books that I've gotten from Amazon, I will go. I scan it and I decide if I want to use it on if I want to put it on eBay or Etsy or Mercari, and I've sold books on all of those platforms recently. But I've also started listing them on a site called it's an app called Pango Books, and really easy to list on. So the ones that aren't really worth listing on um, eBay and Etsy and such. I list on Pango. I haven't. I did make one sale, but then they canceled because they didn't want that certain edition of the book. They wanted the book club edition, and this wasn't the book club edition. But people are liking my books,
Okay,
so that's
that's
a good.
good.
So it's
I'm
just a
glad.
new thing to explore.
Okay, that's awesome. I haven't tried any new platforms. Like we're up on Amazon, Walmart, eBay, Etsy,
Hmm.
Shopify, Facebook Marketplace. I feel like I'm on enough platforms. Uh,
Yeah, I
so
probably could take all these books and go through and change them from being FBA to merchant fulfilled, but right now I'm just kind of with Amazon and don't want to deal with them. So,
yeah, Amazon is making it very hard for people. For some people, they're making it very frustrating for people to continue on their journey. Yeah, so I understand. Trust me, I do. So I've had to make some adjustments on Amazon, but I know I'm not the only person. So anyway, it is
mhm.
unfortunately whatever it is what it is. But we're going to talk about the news. I seem to have a bunch of people calling me. This is really weird, and everything is happening right now. So anyway, all right. So Kelly, let's let you have talk about the news while I try to deal with all these people who are contacting me. I don't know how to mute on this thing. There we go. I think I can mute myself only. So go
All
ahead.
right. eBay's making some changes to its Seller Central. I kind of looked at it, and since I really haven't looked at their Seller Central, which is different than the Seller Hub,
Hmm.
before I really didn't, there's like a new, clean, modern design, um, so that sellers can find information that was more closely aligned with the other international eBay seller sites.
Hmm.
Also, eBay went over their first quarter numbers,
Hmm.
and they're trying to make it a pep talk, but it's hard to pep talk when your first quarter performance goes down 17% from last year. But of course, last year we were still at the tail end of COVID,
Hmm.
and a lot of people still not going out to buy, you know, out of the stores, and we're shopping more online. So I think that's a one reason that sales are down, but also with the inflation and gas prices and everything, people just really don't have the extra income to be buying a lot of extra stuff right now.
Okay.
eBay also acquired stake in Funko, becoming its preferred marketplace, which I've also heard Funko was also bought out by Disney.
Okay.
I knew there's something new different. Let's see. Trying to go back.
There's a lot of
Uh,
news.
yeah. eBay's gonna have um, it's gonna give 10,000 grants to 50 small retailers. You can apply for that on eBay,
Call from Hong Kong.
but you can use that for your new equipment, inventory, technology, hiring and training, you know, employees. So It might be something to look into.
Absolutely. I encourage you guys to look into that.
Um,
What you got?
I know you're gonna be seeing increase in prices on shipping
Yeah.
coming up in June or July. The stamp is going up 60 cents, and first class mail is going up about 6.5%. That's different than I don't think that's first class packages, but that's like envelopes and stuff you ship like that.
Uh-huh.
And media mail I heard is going up too, but I don't see it changing. And they're also changing the cubic mail. Used to be you had to have meet eligibility requirements, and they're gonna make it so all commercial customers can use the priority mail cubic prices, which that is based on the size. So if you have something that's small and heavy, cubic shipping is better in pricing because it
Okay.
goes by the size and not by the weight. They're also going to increase the insurance to $100 for priority mail instead of 50. And also, cubic pricing will be introduced for parcel select ground, which is good for items that can't be flown out that are hazardous, like perfumes and like I've sold um, some vintage matches before, and they had to be go by ground.
Okay.
So there's some good to it with the cubic pricing, but um, the increase in prices, you'll have to you'll see that we see that every year.
All right. Anything else?
Uh, eBay did release their spring seller report, but I really haven't had a chance to dig through it. But I've heard some things about promoted listings um, that somehow they're going to control the prices or something. Like I said, I'm just going with little things
Hmm.
I've heard and didn't have a chance to really research it because I was trying to write an essay and
You're trying to live your life. That's the
yeah.
thing. So here's the reality. Like, we are real sellers and we have to work into our business or around our business, our personal lives. So Kelly's had a myriad of different things happening in her personal life. I've had a myriad of different things happening in my personal life. So I get it. I get that you haven't had a chance to kind of take a deeper dive into some of this other stuff, and it's okay. It is what it is. We balance running our businesses with our personal lives, and then we get back up on that horse. Like Kelly said today, she went out and did some sourcing, some retail
Mhm.
arbitrage, or maybe some thrifting, and that's a good thing. So hey, we're gonna
And
celebrate that.
thrifting, I'm pretty much all thrifting now. I don't really do retail arbitrage much anymore.
Okay.
It's all thrift stores.
All right. All right, so do you have anything else you want to share?
No.
Okay. All right, so I am going to do the quick rundown. I'm gonna see if I can do this without making it crazy. Let me see if it loads. This thing, this tool, Kelly, me and this tool. All right, so we're gonna run through some news really quick. There's a lot of news that's happened over the last 3 weeks, so we're just gonna do some highlights. And some of them you may care about, and some of you may not care about. So this article comes to us from GeekWire, and GeekWire indicates that Amazon is shutting down Celts, which is an ecom startup that it acquired last year. What the impact of that is, I'm not really 100% sure of what it is, but um, it looks like that they were hoping that some aspect of it was going to uh, help them in their competition with Shopify because Shopify is trying to come for them. So you can go check out that article on GeekWire again. With this particular article, Amazon is shutting down sales. So that is the article. The next one comes to us from Small Business Trends. And this one, it looks like Google is offering up to $100,000 in career certificates for every small business in the U.S. So I think that's pretty cool. Uh, this can be used to help you scale up on different things that you use in your business. So, like if you're running different ads, if you're needing different tools, getting a certificate from Google is definitely going to help you, with your advertising and also maybe getting more customers. So this one might be something worth looking into. Again, this article comes to you from Small Business Trends. I don't think that's bad. And as Kelly said before, I believe that the eBay $10,000 grant is they're giving it away to 50 different people, and it's going to be available until June the 14th, I think is the date, something like that. This next one comes to us from just regular Alabama news. And in this one, they are talking about Trader Joe's discontinuing certain items due to shortages. So here's what I will say: there are a lot of shortages, various shortages for different products and different tools. And some of that could be to your benefit, some of it may not be to your benefit. So if you hear about or you're following articles, maybe you're getting Google alerts about products that are being discontinued, that could be an indication or an opportunity for you. If you happen to have an abundance of it in your area, maybe you go grab some so you can list it. We're not trying to do price gouging. No, we're not doing that. But we are just being mindful of potential opportunities and just increasing our awareness. So you may want to set up a Google alert just to see what's, things that may be getting discontinued, and that may be an opportunity for you to sell something. Okay, so this article comes to us from Yahoo, and this one is regarding India. And India is going to launch an e-commerce network to take on Amazon and Walmart. I think this is going to be interesting. I don't know if you're selling in Amazon India, but all of these different countries, they are working to come up with their own solutions. And so I think this is pretty interesting. Also, India, if you guys don't know, they are a great country to source products from. I know that there's like the India sourcing group and then their India sourcing network. And then like there was a trip that they're going to Mexico, I think next month to source. So there's alternatives to China. And I think this is going to be interesting. But this particular one is a network to take on Amazon. So if you're already sourcing in India, you may want to look at this as another opportunity to put some products on another platform. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be a direct marketplace like Amazon or not, but I would encourage you to come check out this article. It comes to us from Yahoo News or Yahoo Finance. So go check it out. The next one is coming to us from Acorn. I always love reading Acorns. I don't know if you've ever read it before, but they did some price comparisons between all these Trader Joe's, Target, and Walmart, and for some staples. Now, staples are more than likely replenishables. These are things that people buy all the time. So this might be helpful to you if you are selling some of these things. So, like, okay, you can sell spaghetti. Spaghetti is going to make it to Amazon more than likely safely. It's not going to be in 90,000 pieces. Like, I'm not going to be shipping milk or cheese or any beef or any of that stuff. But some of these other things like yogurt or sugar or a spaghetti might be worth it to sell on Amazon if you're approved to be able to sell those things. So again, I set up Google alerts so I get these kind of articles so I'm aware of them. Then the next one is I don't know what this is. Accept all settings. Let me out, whatever this is. So this one is an article that comes to us from Yahoo Finance UK. And evidently, Vinted is doing well in the UK. Vinted is another platform to sell on. Kelly mentioned that she's selling books on a platform that she hadn't previously tried. And so Vinted is a platform that's been around for a while. And evidently, they are doing really well in the UK as compared to Amazon, eBay, and Facebook as far as the ratings are concerned. So, again, if you're in one of those countries, this might be an opportunity for you to look at another platform to put your stuff on, especially if it's secondhand stuff. And you could look at putting your stuff on Vinted here in the US. It actually might be worth it. All right, so this article comes to us from Best Life Online. There's several Walmart stores are closing. So by the end of May, so you might want to check and see if your Walmart's, if there's a store that's near you that's on the list. You may be able to get some things at a discounted rate. I'm sure that they're moving those things to other stores in the interim. So something to look at, something to think about, and something to consider. So those are just some quick hits for the news. Definitely go apply for the. Let me hide this. Go apply for the grant for eBay. Definitely go check that out. It's going to be worth it. All right. So now I am going to go ahead and transition to our this week's topic, our tips. So Kelly is back with us. So
Sorry, the cat
that's
was on the counter making noise.
and that's what happens sometimes. All right, so we're gonna we have some ecom tips for you today. So I'm gonna see if I can do this right. You know, guys, again, I'm struggling. I'm struggling. All right, got to get used to this tool. I'm not so used to this tool. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's already up there. I don't know what this stupid thing is doing.
Mhm.
Girl, me and this tool. Whoops. Hold on just a sec. I gotta get rid of this thing. Remove kick. All right. Oh no, Kelly has to come back. All right, so Kelly's going to join us in just a second. So I'm going to try to do this without messing up anything else, guys. This is so crazy. Let's see if I can do this. That's what technology does for you. All right. So let me go ahead. All right. So our topic today is 8 ways to get traffic to your listings. So we are hosting a marketing and advertising workshop this week. So I encourage you to sign up for it. Kelly joins us. That's fantastic. If not, I'll catch her on the back end. So the first one is each one of the platforms, they have their own platform specific ads and promotions features like different platforms, even the mobile apps, like they'll allow you to bump a listing so it can go back up to the top. Facebook, of course, sorry, not Facebook. Amazon has Amazon PPC. You got promotions that are on eBay and Etsy. So running ads, whatever those platforms offer you, whatever that functionality and feature is, definitely take advantage of that. The platform specific ads and promotions and features. So learn of what's available to you on the platforms that you're on. Some of the things that they may offer you is just a matter of just doing it and not necessarily having to pay. Like Facebook will allow you to like refresh or renew a listing without doing anything. You can also pay to have it sort of boosted. So again, different platforms have different terminology that they use. Find out what's available for your platform and go from there. The next one is Facebook ads and Instagram ads. So you have an opportunity to run Facebook and Instagram ads, or Facebook only, or Instagram ads. I would encourage you to set up your business page and then run ads if you have the capital, the money to be able to invest in advertising. Consider doing that. That will help drive some traffic to your listings. The next one is Google Ads and YouTube Ads. Again, if you've got the capital, you got the money, running Google Ads is one. And then if you have videos for your particular product that you're selling or you demoed your product or anything like that, you can also run YouTube ads as well. Try to find your target audience on all of these ads, the paid ads that you do, so that that way you can get the most bang for your buck. But definitely consider that to drive traffic to your listings. The next one is social sharing. So sharing your listings out on multiple platforms. So then like a Facebook business page, Instagram page, selling it on Twitter, sharing it on Twitter, sharing it on TikTok, sharing it on even LinkedIn or Pinterest. So sharing out your listing on different platforms. Some of those platforms have selling features, some of them don't, but sharing it out, that's no cost to you. Whereas Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Google ads, YouTube ads, those are all a cost to you. Some of the promotional features for each one of the platforms might be a cost to you. So social sharing, there's no cost to you. You just need to set up your pages. Next one is image searches. Again, may not be any cost to you. People do search by images. So if someone is looking for, I don't know, some black Nike high tops, like they're going to search for black Nike high tops. And so if you've named your images that name, then they'll be able to find your particular products. So I want to encourage you, think about naming your images so that way they can show up in the image search for Google. And I don't know if Bing has an image search. I've never tried to do searches on Bing that way. The next one is keyword searches. So doing keyword uh, searches for like keywords that are in your listing. So that includes having keywords in your title or keywords in your body of your listing. So important so that way you can get those organic searches. People will find your particular product. You also have for some of the platforms, depending on which platform you're selling on, you also have some search word fields, maybe on the back end or tags that you can use for your particular product. So don't overlook using those fields as well if they are used in searches. Okay? So optimize your listing. Learn how to optimize your listing so you can get more traffic to your listing. The next one is video marketing. So again, you could create a listing and actually have a little video ad to go with it. If you're going to do some social sharing, you can share that video ad out. So that will give you some traffic, and then you can also put it on YouTube. So creating a video ad, and just know that a video ad sometimes is not like you demonstrating the product. Sometimes it's taking a still image and converting it into a video, like using a tool like Canva or something else, so that you can convert that into a video. So, and so it can be like a 20-second video or a 30-second video or a 5-second video, or which is more like a GIF, or you can create a full-blown video that's like 30 seconds to a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes for that particular product that you're promoting. And it doesn't hurt to have it available on your actual page listing wherever you're listing your products. The next one is email marketing. So email marketing is another opportunity to create to get more traffic to your listing. So email marketing, if you have an email list, if you don't have an email list, then I would suggest that you start collecting names, those people that might be interested in your specific product or whatever it is that you're selling. So you can create a blog maybe that allow people to maybe get a discounted coupon to be able to buy the particular product. Whatever your product is, make sure you're focusing on the pain points so that way, people opt into your list. That will give them an opportunity to take a look at that. So let me see if Kelly is back. I don't know if she is. Guys, we are struggling to learn how to use these tools. So she's not back. She might not be coming back. We'll catch you next week, Kelly. So with that being said, I want to encourage you to sign up for our marketing and advertising workshop. It is the 10th, which we already had. That's you gain access to that recording, but we're also hosting it live on the 17th. That's Tuesday. That's tomorrow. So sign up today, and let's talk about marketing and advertising opportunities for your products. Show you how to create a Facebook ad, Instagram ad, Google ad, YouTube ad. How do you create those? Learn how to do that. In addition to learning how to do those, looking at all the other opportunities and taking a deeper dive into other ways in which you can market or promote your products. So, putting that out there. The other thing I do want to invite you is in our 90 products in 90 days. We actually maybe cut it down to 60 products in 60 days, but in any case, we're going to be creating products on Etsy every single day. I just want you guys to know that. We're going to be doing everything from printables to downloadables to, downloadable printables, the same thing. All kinds of products that we're going to be developing, and it's an everyday class. So if you've got a high schooler that's, got nothing to do this summer, enroll them in this, because by the end of this workshop, they'll actually have an up and running store. They'll be able to use this to be able to make a little extra money over the summer. I'm not going to say they're going to be millionaires, but they'll lay the foundation for what they need to do to learn how to create print-on-demand products. So we're going to be doing a lot of print-on-demand products. I'm looking forward to this class. It's going to be exciting. The next one is our Road to 10K. want to encourage you to sign up for that as well. If you're wanting to make your first $10,000 on Amazon or eBay, we want to help you do that. So you can sign up for the Road to 10K. Just go to ecomsellersmastery.com. Sign up for both of those, the eBay or the Amazon, or sign up for the 90 products in 90 days. And then last but not least, I do want to encourage you to join us every day for the daily ecom planning session. That daily ecom planning session is hosted live in the e-commerce planning Facebook group. So come join us. We're going to talk about what you need to do to have a successful e-commerce business, how to increase your productivity, your focus, your concentration, your consistency in your business. So if that's you, come sign up. Well, actually, you don't even have to sign up. Just show up in the e-commerce planning Facebook group. We're also live on Clubhouse, and you can join us over there. All right. So with that being said, I am so sad that I lost Kelly. So sad that I lost Kelly. Again, this tool, I'm learning to use it. So we are going to say, with that being said, like, we'll see you again next week. Come back to our weekly Ecom Sellers podcast where we talk about all things e-commerce related. We give you some e-commerce news, tips, and more. Look for our e-commerce podcast or ecom podcast newsletter. We want you to check that out. And I guess we'll see. Goodbye for now. And Kelly says goodbye too. Bye, guys. Hello, everybody. This is Nicole Whitlock with Ecom Seller Spotlight. And today I wanted to connect with Miss Amy Weiss. Amy and I met her 2019, I feel like. And I'm so grateful for our connection and for our relationship, our friendship. Amy is amazing. She runs Amazing at Home, and she's got a lot of private label products. She teaches a mastermind. So I just wanted to catch up with Amy, share some information about what's happening in Amy's world and how things are going, and just have a brief, I guess, fireside chat, as you would say, on catching up, because she and I haven't caught up in a while with COVID and everything. So, Amy, how are things going in your business, and what's happening these days with you?
Well, it's really crazy because my own private label, I'm selling it, right? And I've been working on selling it for quite some time because it's not just something, when you sell your business, it's not something that you're just like, oh, like, let me do that tomorrow. Like, it takes time. You have to learn all about, how to make sure your numbers are good, like, every month over month, how to even learn how to look at your numbers like a buyer will look at them. And so I spent last year doing that, and now this year I'm, getting ready to list it for sale, and so we're just kind of like wrapping up all the things and trying to be consistent, trying to stay in stock, and trying to do all the things right, And we have one order that's over a year late because the factory first screwed up the order, and then we had to have them remake it, and then they shut down due to COVID. So, it's like those kinds of things that we deal with as private labelers. And so that's what's going on in my business. And I'm very excited about, moving forward with the sale. And who knows, if I'm going to play again, if I'm going to invest in other businesses or be a partner in other businesses. I don't know yet, but I'm just excited. The sky's the limit. Once you learn how to do this in e-commerce, you can really do anything you want to do, right? You can drop ship. You can, go move over to Shopify and do something specialty. You can Walmart, Amazon, all the places, international, it's just like the sky is the limit. So I'm excited to sell what kind of got me started, and then also to like see what's next. So that's what's going on in my private label biz. And then, of course, at Amazing at Home, we have a lot of things going on. We just opened up our entire course library and just made it super simple for everybody to get all of our like private label courses, everything. We used to do like a tiered system where, in order to get our entire 60-hour graduate level course in private label, you had to be like a master's level member. And now we just said, we don't care. If you're a member, you get access. We just want to help as many people as we can. You get access to everything. So we recently did that. That was exciting. Tonight in my mastermind group, I have a PPC mastery session. So that's, we always have that going on. But yeah, I'm still coaching, still consulting. And the latest thing that we've done this year is, besides all the traveling that I do and all the events that I speak at in the industry, I have started hosting my own events. So Nicole, you were at one of my events, Inspire, a couple of years ago, and that was so much fun. And now we have continued that. We did the Stellar meetup in Austin, Texas, right prior to Q4. And then we did, and now we're getting ready to actually go to Mexico on a sourcing trip. So, Mexico is highly in demand. People are really excited to source from somewhere outside of China with all of the stuff. And Mexico's not going to replace China. It's not. We're not anywhere close to replacing China with any other country, really. But it's exciting to be the co-host of such a groundbreaking opportunity to actually go to Mexico, meet suppliers, do factory tours, see what's going on there, see what can be sourced. And whether you're a private label seller or you're a wholesale model seller or whether you're a reseller, imagine the opportunity to be able to source from Mexico where there's free trade. You got 2-day shipping to get your products from Mexico to America. You don't pay the VAT or the importing fees, right? It's not the same. So you can do your logistics, your 3PL in Mexico. That's really exciting. So I'm just so stoked to be learning about this and to be co-hosting this trip. And also because I think we're crazy, Tim Jordan, Norman Farrar, and I, we're nuts. Because there wasn't a trade show in Mexico that has like a bunch of different categories, like the Canton Fair in China, right? Which we're not trying to compete with Canton Fair. Don't get me wrong. Right. That's 60,000 suppliers. We're nowhere near that. But there wasn't a trade show like that. So we got crazy and decided to host our own trade show in Mexico.
Wow.
Gringos and gringas decided to do that. But it's been really good. We have a Mexico-based sales team, and we're building relationships with the suppliers. We've got suppliers in so many great categories coming to the show. We're even doing a class for the suppliers the night before the trade show to teach them how to work with us.
Nice. Yeah. This is awesome. This is exciting, guys. Oh my gosh, you have a lot going on. You have way more going on than I do, even though I feel like I got a whole bunch going on. It's nothing compared to what your play looks like.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's what's going on. It's so exciting though. I'm really stoked about it. And I'm so excited just to build these relationships. And, we all know the major automotive manufacturers and stuff that have already moved to Mexico. But what does it look like for brand owners like us? Like one of our speakers at our trade show, he is actually an electrical engineer. He was born in Mexico, and he helps companies move electronics products, develop electronics products, and move their supply chain from China to Mexico. And so you wouldn't even think of electronics being produced in Mexico, right? But they are. And, there's so many cool opportunities. There's like wood, cut and sew, apparel, plastics, injection molding, leather goods, plush, like plush stuffed animals, that kind of thing. Metals, jewelry, wow. All kinds of things that you can get in Mexico, and even finished goods. So it's exciting to just see what this is all about. And I know from experience, from my China sourcing trips, that the best way to learn is to actually go and see and do, so that's what we're going to do.
I'm excited for you. I'm excited about the opportunity, the different products that you'll be able to potentially source from Mexico compared to China. Part of this, like when you're talking about it, reminds me sort of a little bit of like what the India Sourcing Network is doing, or have they've done, which is getting together suppliers and presenting them before.
Yeah, Megla did such a good job of laying the groundwork for India and making it so accessible. Because the thing is, other countries are always accessible to major brands. You hear about these big jean companies or like Crocs shoes or, these big companies like Toyota who move to these countries and set up factories.
Right.
What about us? What about us micro brands? how do we get set up in these other countries, and how do those manufacturers that might be able to serve us even know how to work with us, right? Because if you're a major brand like that, you're coming in with your, quality control team and all the things and your tooling, and you're essentially setting up the factory. And that's what people were doing in China 30 years ago. They set up China to what it is today, and that's why there are so many now contract manufacturing companies in China. But now these other countries like India and Mexico, they're not there yet. And how can we micro brands source outside of China if we don't actually go and learn and have conversations and build relationships?
Right.
It's just it's not the same. And that's the biggest thing that we struggle with, because people keep reaching out to us and they're like, can you just give me your supplier list for the trade show? Like, we don't want to attend. Can we just get the supplier list? And it's like, no, because we are trying to build these relationships. And if we were to give out our supplier list to people who don't care enough to come, right, a lot of people are just going to assume that Mexico is like China, and they're going to call these suppliers up and be like, hey, can you make this for me? And that's not how it works. No. So
culturally, there's so many differences. There's differences that everybody has to be aware of, and they work a little differently. So you got to be mindful of how they work.
But imagine, Nicole, if we can, move even a piece of our supply chain, even to source finished goods, to kind of build out our brands. It's opening up such a huge opportunity. I'll be so excited if I don't have to wait 30 days for my shipping to happen. I'll be so excited if I don't have to pay huge tariffs like I'm paying right now. I'll be so excited to be on the same time zone as my supplier. I'll be so excited to be able to take a 2-hour flight to Mexico instead of a 12 to 13-hour flight to China. And then once I get there, I got to take, another 6-hour train ride to get to whatever province I'm going to, right? So again, we're not going to replace China. I love my suppliers in China. I have a great relationship with them. I'm going to keep taking China sourcing trips. I love doing that. But I am excited about learning about Mexico and being part of this kind of groundbreaking opportunity.
Oh, man, I'm excited. I want to go. I got too many things going on right now. So next year, I'm going to say maybe. I will go next year if you have it next year. Can't go this year. I got too many things going on. Tony is in the 10th grade going into the 11th grade. I'm on a mission. We're in the adulting. We are on the adulting
you got
journey.
to be. You got to be.
We are preparing him for adulting. I don't know why I say we. There's no we, it's just me. And because I'm a single mom. So I've got this whole chart on 18 months to 18. So he's going to be 18 in 18 months, and he will be graduating in 25 months. So I have so many things that I have to teach him. And because he has a disability, and because Nicholas does too, the learning curve is a little different, and the repetition cycle is different, and the things, under making sure that from a comprehension standpoint. So this is a lot for me. And I feel like at the end of the day, whatever shakes out of that is definitely going to be a product for those parents who have children that are on the spectrum as well, that have to prepare their children for adulting.
You have done so incredible with your kids already, Nicole. I can't even, I talk about you and brag about you all the time when it comes to this stuff, because, you have the patience of a saint.
I don't know about that.
And you really have taught your boys to thrive despite their disabilities, despite, whatever, limitations they may have. You've really taught them to thrive. And I totally respect that. And I know that you spending, like you said, the product that comes out of you spending this extra time in the way, you have a servant heart, you have the heart of a teacher. And I think that so many people are going to benefit from your example, especially as a single mom. Are you kidding me? Me? Like, incredible. You are making miracles happen over there at your home. And I just think that is so incredible. So we will be saving a spot for you on our next Mexico trip. But for now, I think you are doing God's work, the most important work you could be doing. And you said, in order for you to have any time, often we have kids with disabilities, you don't get that time to, sometimes they're with you for the rest of your life.
Yes.
And,
Yeah.
hopefully some of these seeds that you're planting will allow them to have some level of independence, which
Yep.
I think every human wants on some level, right? And that'll also help you in the long run as well. So I'm rooting for you, girl.
Thank you. It's a lot of work. I have charts and things on the walls, and it's just a lot right now. We're going through Tony's Shopify store and revamping its store for the summer and making it so that he has a store that's focused on summer, and hopefully that the things I've taught him will help him to get the traffic that he needs. Now, of course, I mean, I want to just take over the store, but I'm like, that doesn't serve him well because my goal has always been to teach him how to do this on his own so that the day that I'm no longer here, that he will be able to learn how to produce money out of thin air. He will know how to go do product research on his own, even if it is painful and exhausting mentally for him. And I mean, it's exhausting for just us.
I was going to say.
But
Tony can get through it. What do we have to complain about?
Yeah. So it takes him twice as long to learn what we have to do. And we're already exhausted from some of the stuff we do. And so just like, okay, making sure you're vetting your products right, make sure you're pricing your products right, setting up your store right, testing your store to making sure your emails are going out and all of that. And it's just like, he's like, this is a lot. This is hard. I'm like, maybe the rest of your life will be hard. Life is hard in general. So one of my biggest things is making sure he has coping skills and to be able to figure things out on his own. So that's what I've been focused on.
And you're laying a foundation that's very important because e-commerce is going to change massively. I mean, it has already changed massively since the pandemic started, but it is going to continue to change massively with the metaverse, with virtual shopping, with NFTs, with all of the things that are happening. There isn't. I think there will be a time when we go to work in the metaverse. I think there will be a time when we buy our work clothes for what we're wearing virtually. When we, to work that day in our virtual environment where we all work together. Like, there's so many things that are being put into place now. And so all of us really need to be thinking about, and then localized products as well. Like, there will be a time, I think, when we will no longer be producing things. Things will be produced more locally. You look at all these 3D printing farms and stuff like that. The basic things that we need can be produced very locally. And, the days of us going to a giant Walmart, I think in 20 years, we will not go to a big retailer anymore. We will literally order whatever we need and it'll be printed locally or produced locally, and then we'll go pick that up. It'll be like a pickup, kind of like we pick up Amazon locker stuff,
Yeah.
But I think there's just so much changing in e-commerce, and I can't wait to see just in the online, in the virtual world in general. Think of virtual schooling. Everything is really just continuously evolving, and I think with AI getting to where it is now, we're going to have to be innovators. We're going to have to be very smart. You're teaching your kids to think on their feet. You're teaching them to kind of figure it out because as he says,
he's going to have to. It's going to continue to evolve. And one day I'm not going to be here. You're going to have to figure this out. And so, there's a way for you. There's an ability for you to make money online. There's an ability for you to make money locally. Like, I could teach him. One of the things we were going to do this summer was maybe go to Trader Joe's or set up something at Third Trade Mondays where we have a little booth and a table and you can make money that day. So you register for that and go through that registration process so you understand what it takes to get your set up and your booth and everything. And then, you're ready to go, make the money, then count your cash, blah, blah, blah. And so going through that process, because he may not be at a place where he will have a traditional job, not because I don't want him to have a traditional job, but the statistics around those with intellectual disabilities and the fact that they are the most underemployed population ever.
Yeah.
Only 92% 8% of those with intellectual disabilities are unemployed or underemployed.
Wow. Yeah.
So that means that only 8% are employed appropriately and or paid appropriately.
And
And
those of
so,
us that are business owners, like we owe it to our kids to show them that they can literally create anything that their mind, comes to their mind.
yep,
They can build anything from scratch and it
yep,
doesn't have to be so hard. So
correct.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. So that's where I am, and that's where I've been investing my time. But I am glad that we had a chance to catch up. I know you got to get ready to go. So the thing I want to do is I want to make sure I pop up this Mexico trip. So if you all are interested in going to Mexico, look, I'll go with you next year. I can't go with you this year. I'm not even going to lie about it. I'm not going to try to fake it. I'm just going to say I can't go this year because of the fact that I have got 9,000 things going on in my life trying to get myself. Let me see if I can move this around. Look, I'm not talented with this melon thing.
There it is. Yeah. So, Nicole, let me just explain how this is going to work. It's in Mexico City and everything is included, right? Everything, your hotel, all your meals. We're doing special dinners at night. We're going to we're doing tourist type things. We are doing factory tours. We have 2 factories we're going to be touring. We're going to be attending the trade show. We're going to be attending eCom Connect, which is at the trade show that night, a big networking event in Mexico City there. So that's what's going on June 4th through the 9th. So all you have to do is get yourself to Mexico. And if you're interested in learning more about like what we're going to be doing on the trip and what kinds of things you can source, you can go to themexicotrip.com/webinar. And there you can learn, but there's a recording of our webinar that we did that just walks you through all the different types of things you can source and what it's all about. And reach out to us if you really want to come. We have, I think, a few scholarships from our sponsors. Our sponsors have done some scholarships. I think we have a few scholarships that are still unclaimed where you can get an incredible deal on the trip. So definitely, reach out to us if this is something that you want to do. You can go to that webinar page. You can go to the more info page. You can just fill out the form wherever. You can email me at info@themexicotrip.com. No matter what, we're here to answer your questions. And then, of course, if you want to come to Mexico City, maybe you already live in Mexico City. There's a huge expat population there. Maybe you already live in Mexico City, or you just want to come take the 2-hour flight from Texas. You can just join us for the trade show. The trade show is at evolatim.com, and Nicole will put that up on the ticker there. But that is at evolatim.com. It's free to register, free to attend. So you don't have an excuse. You just got to get yourself to Mexico City. It's at the World Trade Center in Mexico City on June 8th. And then we're also June 9th through the 12th, we're going to pop over to Cancun and, we're going to do a mastermind. Now that is not going to be about sourcing in Mexico. It's going to be about having fun with other e-commerce sellers, connecting, having a great time on the beach in Mexico. So it's only an hour flight from Mexico City. So we're just popping on over to Cancun. And then, so you have the opportunity to either attend the sourcing trip, which includes the trade show, June 4th through the 9th, or just the trade show, which is completely free to attend. You just got to get yourself there. And then, or you can attend, you can go for our VIP package, which is like, it includes the sourcing trip, the Cancun mastermind, the Avalatin trade show, all the things. You get to hang out with us from June 4th to the 12th if you can stand us for that long. And, and we're going to hang out and have a good time. So I'm looking forward to it.
Oh my gosh. See, I want to say I'm envious. I'm not going to lie. I am envious. I do want to go. It's just, my plate is just beyond full. But for those that are looking for that opportunity to potentially source and get your stuff here in 2 days, okay, that's the first thing for me. I was like, what? It's not going to replace China, but it does give you some opportunity. So maybe, like me, like you're creating bundles. And so you may be able to get pieces of your bundle out of Mexico instead of from China.
I mean, think of all the brands that are, if you go shopping at the store in Mexico, you will see how many great things there are that you can't buy in the US that are fully made in Mexico. And you're like, that's what I did. I started going to Mexico on vacation with my family. And I was like, where is all this stuff and how do I source it? Because imagine the moat you can build around your business, especially if you're a reseller. if you can source brands that other people can't source,
Right.
and these brands are not selling online. Like
There you
most of them
go.
are not, they don't know how to sell online. They don't, so here they're really great brands, finished goods, manufactured, already cleared to come into the US. And you have this whole thing that you could source right in Mexico. So yeah, I think it's exciting for resellers, people who do the wholesale model. Like, talk about creating a bundle. And what it used to piss me off about wholesale, Nicole, is I would find these great wholesalers and I would source from them and I would build unique bundles or multi-packs.
Yeah.
And 2 days later, I'd have 16 people on my listing. And I'm like, whoa, how did you find my same suppliers and bundle it the same way? And there's nothing I could do. Well, in this case, unless you're going to Mexico, good luck. You're not going to find the same stuff that I have, right? So it's kind of exciting to think of it from that way.
It is exciting. I'm excited about this. I'm looking forward to next year. So I'll be bothering you, be like, okay, when's the registration? When's the registration? When's the registration?
Well, we're just going to bring you along as our, wholesale and bundling expert.
Oh, well, that'll be nice. I'll take that all day. I'll raise my hand and take that all day.
We will do that. She's like, I'm recording this. I'm
going to hold you to
it. You can. We've been friends for long enough.
So here's the deal, guys.
Thanks, Nicole, for having me on.
I'm glad that you joined us. I just wanted to say, look, if you guys are looking to kind of mix it up in your e-commerce business, have another way that you can source, especially you're selling products in the U.S. Mexico is just south of the border. We're in Texas, so we're really close to Mexico. Like, we're really super close because both of us are in Texas. Mm-hmm. But in any case, I don't know where you are in the U.S., but just having another method to get your inventory and to also not have to deal with tariffs and not have to deal with a bunch of other stuff. Like, okay, I think this is something you should look into. And this is a great time to do it because it's in enough time before Q4 that, you can get those products that they're already producing right now. If you're trying to create something private label, it may take you a little bit longer. But again, you don't have to go across the ocean. You don't. And that's the great thing. So check it out. The links are up above and the links are down below. Go check out those links. Join the mastermind. Send me some pictures to have a drink for me. Everybody go get a Mai Tai or whatever you want to get. So I'm drinking this for Nicole because Nicole said get a drink for me.
Yeah.
Because I'd appreciate that. All right. Well, we're going to wrap up, guys. I'm so happy. Thank you, Amy, for taking the time to chat with us. I just wanted to make sure I popped on here and shared that. Now I'm going to try and get Mel. There we go. I'm back. So if you all are interested, you can also, Amy is everywhere out here in the world. You can, if there's questions you're not getting, check out the webinar. And then you can also probably, maybe, I don't know, check out Amy, maybe, and she'll reach out to you. So email amazing@home if you have additional questions. All right. Well, I'm going to let you go, Amy.
Bye.
All right.
Thanks,
bye, guys.